dekan.
Karena dia vice president.
UGM tadi udah ada tadi MOU-nya sama Pak Yom tadi. Ini dia. Dia udah ada MOU dia bawa. Sudah ditandatangan oleh rektornya. Ya. Pakar dari mana namanya? Kalau MOU tadi mana ya Mbak? Nah sini Mbak, kasih ke sini Mbak. Nih MOU dari di panitia, meja panitia depan. Baik, terima kasih Mbak.
Ini dekan.
Saya. Rektor Raden Pakar yang mana? Namanya mana?
Ya. Aman Pak. Udah dari sono.
Mengingatkan bersama-sama ini bagi yang
Enggak,
terlupa.
selalu barang Pak. Ini kan barang
Ya.
tapi dan fair Pak. Udah makanan sehari-hari.
Selalu always lah.
Jadi kemarin kan teleponan juga. Mungkin katanya ada paket. Saya langsung aja gini ke dekat. Kenapa nggak saya aja gitu kan? Terus kita nanti kalau dapatnya nggak apa-apa lah. Yang penting tantangannya nggak geser aja Pak. Itu aja lah. Soalnya saya tunggu aja tadi kan. Pak, kirimkan emailnya pagi sama saya Pak gitu kan. Nggak datang-datang. Pak, saya di mobil.
Kita siapkan bisa masing-masing nanti Bu ya. Jadi
Apanya? Ya tapi nyata sudah.
Kita ada.
Bapak bawa.
Ada.
Sama Rian, Pak Rian.
Rian.
Itu. Anu nggak tahu.
Apa langsung pas penandatangan?
Nggak pas sambutannya jangan lupa.
Oh ya, iya sama kan.
Iya, pas manggilnya ya.
Tadi pas MOU saja.
Bu untuk UGM.
Oke, nggak apa-apa. Iya.
MOU-nya. Oh ditaruh dulu.
nanti Gajah Mada udah oke. Mungkin parah aja sama dia. Kita retro tetap.
Ferry.
Tahu Ferry.
Cewek, lain di Siko aja bang. Alhamdulillah di konsisten apa? Katang baru balik nak.
Dari mana?
Malaysia.
juga.
Oh ya, Sofiani ini Sofi Jakarta ya. Dari ajak pagi Jogja di Jakarta.
Ini di mana ini?
Jakarta.
Jakarta. Jakarta ya.
Ya, kebetulan di Padang Ariko.
Sukses.
Ya, sukses bang.
Ya Ben. Agak kalau masalah haji orang itu banyak tak orang tuh tahu jawaban. Oke, Alek berapa ya? Oke, Alek. Terus kita ke belakang, Wak. Belakang. Terus kita pulang, ya. Langsung. Orang tuh mulai cara tuh. Yang sama ya. Kita tinggalnya di Wisma Pop ya. Sore ya. Sore ya. Nemu apa? Yo. Asik. Cek. Cek.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opening ceremony is going to start about 15 more minutes, so please be seated.
Apa kesempat?
Cuma pasal tahu saya pun biar kerja lama nak main jalan dulu main ke Malaysia lama nak main boleh ya
Ya.
lupa terima lah buat berat tiada salah yang dia
Semua bawang tak kenal sudah lah ya. Tak kenal sudah.
Perguruan tinggi ini hadir semenjak 1954 dengan nama Perguruan Tinggi Pendidikan Guru, disingkat PTPG, di Batu Sangkar, Kabupaten Tanah Datar.
Hebat nak.
siapa
Saya Batiar. Musim nak.
kau tegak orang lain
Ya. Tinggi dia. Banyak saya nak.
kau juara ni
Ya.
besar tu
Lesen tak. Lesen tak yang anak dia juga. Yang tiga-tiga juga. Gaya dia bang, saya kan. Kita sudah dulu.
itu kalau orang dia kayu
Ya. Kalau pendidikan tinggi. Pendidikan tinggi.
itu awak pun boleh buat jalan mus ni payah boleh saya
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Professor Culinary PhD, Director of Universitas Negeri Padang. Welcome to Universitas Negeri Padang.
Universitas Negeri Padang has 8 faculties and 1 graduate programs, with 41 study programs are accredited A. Universitas Negeri Padang has excellent supporting facilities and infrastructures such as laboratories and workshop, libraries, business center, sport facilities, art galleries and art performance facilities, and the international student dormitories. an internet network with the capacity of 2.5 gigabyte per second.
Hi, my name is Farhan and I'm Hifzi Liman and we are students from Republic Polytechnic in Singapore.
Kami akan membawa ilmu dari Universitas Negeri Padang ini ke Papua untuk membangun Papua lebih baik.
Hello everyone, nama saya Maria Adeline Doroin. I'm from Capiz State University, Philippines. It's worth to remember and worth to share to the world. Mabuhay UNP!
The impact of technology and the industry nowadays have triggered Universitas Negeri Padang to develop sustainable programs. Universitas Negeri Padang focuses on education and qualified teaching process, research and high-quality publication, then community services that give advantages to the society.
Selain akreditasi dan juga fasilitas yang memadai, Universitas Negeri Padang juga mempersiapkan mahasiswanya untuk dapat bersaing di dunia pekerjaan termasuk di dunia internasional.
The best achievement of Universitas Negeri Padang over the past 4 years, the best state university in the program and financial management of the Public Service Agency of Higher Education category in Indonesia in 2018, gaining an award from the Ministry of Research, Technology and Higher Education for organizing the energy efficient card contest in Indonesia. The best asset manager in Indonesia, first rank in public information, and second best university that provides information through the website in Indonesia. The students of Universitas Negeri Padang also contribute to various events such as academic, sport, arts and culture, both national and international. In 2019, Universitas Negeri Padang is ranked on the top 25th of the more than 4,000 universities in Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Universitas Negeri Padang has 8 faculties and 1 graduate programs, with 41 study programs are accredited A. Universitas Negeri Padang has excellent supporting facilities and infrastructures such as laboratories and workshop, libraries, business center, sport facilities, art galleries and art performance facilities, and the international student dormitories. An internet network with the capacity of 2.5 GB per second.
Hi, my name is Farhan and I'm Hifzi Liman, and we are students from Republic Polytechnic in Singapore.
Kami akan membawa ilmu dari Universitas Negeri Padang ini ke Papua untuk membangun Papua lebih baik.
Hello everyone, nama saya Maria Adeline Duroin. I'm from Capiz State University, Philippines. It's worth to remember and worth to share to the world. Mabuhay UNP!
Akornya ya.
Chordnya terbatas ya. Ini C saudara. Misalkan ada C.
Bisa.
Ya.
Ayo, lepas. Cewek. Tak tekan.
Jalan Payokumbuh, babelok jalan kayu jati, di hati indah karusua ayam dan lape, ayam dan lape. Mendaki jalan pandai sike, menurun jalan kabiaro, di hati indah kau mau pe, awat tak kicua, ayam dan lape. Siku capang, siku capek, saiku tabang, saiku lape, lape laju nan karimbo, oi lama laju, bagaru sangka tampe jalan si urang baso duduk taman wang tio sabanta oi takkan najuo ayam dan lape ayam dan lape. Luruslah jalan payo kumwa babelo jalan kayu jati di mahati indah karusuan ayam dan lape ayam dan lape. Mandaki jalan pandai sike menurun jalan kabiaro di mahati indah kamau pe awat tak hijau ayam dan lape. Siku capang, siku capek, saiku tabang, saiku lape, lape laju onan karimbo, oi lama laju, pagaruyuang batu sangka, tampe jalan si urang baso, duduk taman wang tio sabanta, oi takkan najuo, ayam dan lape ayam dan lape ayam dan lape. Berikan tepuk tangannya dong Bapak Ibu ya biar lebih semangat pagi ini sebelum kita beralih ke conference kita.
Ambil saya pakai HP ni lirik Minangkabau tu bang. Tak ada dah. Kalau naik banyak kan, ni nak. Sampai letup. Sampai letup. Kita siap. Cak mancing. Enggak tanya di sini.
Bakso saja.
Jawa di mata gunung sansai baku liliang takkan ajo kawan-kawan lamo dan takkan ajo kampung pandu dua nyonan elo nan suko bagotong royo ko susah samo diraso dan takkan ajo kampung takkan ajo kampung Indo ayah ada sadonyo raso mahimbau den pulang dan takkan ajo kampung. Kampung nan Jawa di mata gunung sansai baku liliang takkan ajo kawan-kawan lamo sangke dan basul yang suliang pandu dua nyonan elo suko bagotong royo ko susah samo diraso dan takkan ajo kampung takkan ajo kampung Indo ayah ada sadonyo raso mahimbau den pulang dan takkan ajo kampung takkan ajo kampung Indo haya ada sadonyo raso mahimbau den pulang dan takkan ajo kampung dan takkan ajo kampung.
Hah? Tangan. Dia nggak bawa nanti. Nggak bawa. Kita lihat. Boleh tak? Tertipu nak? Tertipu.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opening ceremony is going to start in 5 minutes, so please be seated. Cek, cek, cek. Sair yang balam jo barabah, balam lalu barabah mandi. Sair yang salam nanjo sambah, sambah lalu salam kembali. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upon you. Good morning, and we are delighted to welcome you to the second International Conference on Culinary, Fashion, Beauty and Tourism, with the theme Towards Opportunities and Challenges, Implementation and the Tourism Sector. And this event presented by Tourism and Hospitality Faculty, Universitas Negeri Padang, West Sumatra, Indonesia. With me, your professional Master of Ceremony, Udofe. For the first, we want to say warmest, honorable specially we present for Rektor Universitas Negeri Padang, Vice Rector Universitas Negeri Padang, Deans and Leaders of Faculties of Universitas Negeri Padang, Vice Deans of Universitas Negeri Padang, Keynote Speakers of International Conference on Culinary, Fashion, Beauty and Tourism, Secretary of Tourism Department of Universitas Gajah Mada, Rektor of Universitas Islam Negeri Raden Patah Palembang, representative of Bank Nagari, participant and guest of International Conference on Culinary, Fashion, Beauty and Tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, as a form of Indonesian nationalism, I would like to invite you to sing Indonesia Raya as national anthem of the Republic Indonesia, guided by Suraya Ashifa. The audience is requested to stand up. attendees are welcome to sit again. As a culture of West Sumatra, for every guest who comes to this lane will be welcomed with traditional dance of Minangkabau. Buruang nurak jo buruang nuri, tabang malayo ateh pamatang, pinanggala siriah manari, tandonyo curano nan Allah datang. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tari Pasambahan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the next session, reading Al-Quran by Siti Fauzia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhan ladina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Wa'tasimu bihablillah وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ المفلحون صدق الله العظيم. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, report speech by Chairman of Committee, Dr. Linda M. Bayomet.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Morning.
Rector of Universitas Negeri Padang, Vice Rectors of Universitas Negeri Padang, Deans and Leaders at University Negeri Padang, Vice Deans, Keynote Speakers, Rector from Universitas Raden Patah, Secretary of Tourism Department of Universitas Gajah Mada, colleagues from Baling, participants and guests from international conference today. Excellencies, first of all, it is a great pleasure to extend the all very warm welcome to all participants and thank you for accepting our invitation to convene this international conference. At this second year, the theme is Industry 4.0 towards opportunities and challenge of implementation at tourism sector. Furthermore, the conference aim is to provide a platform to optimally improve and develop tourism and creative economy in the era of digital globalization. It is an opportune time to renew contact and discuss problems of mutual interest with delegates from universities all over Indonesia, Asia, and Europe. For today, we have Mincho Slavov from Southwest University, Bulgaria, Prof. Dimitrios Boukalis from England, and Skype, we will discuss with him by Skype today, and Professor Irwandi Jaswir, Professor Hanafi from UKM, Dr. Satya Widya from Andalas University, Dr. Rohana Binti Nur from UITM, and Dr. Anda Ernawati PhD from UNP. It is pleasing to note that the agenda of seminar covered the range of very interesting issues related to the policy, education and training, and management, entrepreneurship, and innovation development. We hope that the invited speakers can bridge the gap between academicians and practitioners to get the best output in daily culinary, fashion, beauty, and tourism practice. Lastly, I would extend my utmost gratitude and appreciation to Rector of Universitas Negeri Padang, Dean of Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality, official partners, and also as well the committee that have provided support with both personal and material so that the international conference running well. I would like to thank all of you for attending our conference and bringing your expertise to our conference. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, next session, opening speech by Rektor Universitas Negeri Padang. With Honorable, we invite Professor Ganefri, PhD. And this speech followed by sounding the gong as symbol of the opening.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good morning. Honorable Vice Rector Universitas Negeri Padang, Honorable Dean of all Faculties Universitas Negeri Padang, Honorable Keynote Speaker, the first Miko Slavos, welcome to Universitas Negeri Padang. From Southwest University, Bulgaria, Bapak Prof. Dr. Irwandi Jaswir dari International Islamic University Malaysia, Dr. Rohana binti Zur from University Teknologi Mara, Malaysia, yang kami banggakan hadir bersama-sama juga dengan kita Prof. Tri dari Sekretaris Program Pasca Sarjana Universitas Gajah Mada, dan khusus hadir pagi ini Bapak Ibu dan Ibu, especially Rektor Raden Patah. Kita beri apresiasi dulu untuk Pak Rektor Raden Patah Palembang. Insya Allah pagi ini kita akan menandatangani MOU sekalian dengan Rektor Raden Patah dan juga dengan UGM, sekaligus juga penandatanganan MOE antar Fakultas Pariwisata dan Perhotelan UNP dengan Fakultas Pariwisata Universitas Gajah Mada, dan juga nanti ada MOE antara Fakultas Teknik dan Fakultas MIPA dengan Universitas Islam Negeri Raden Patah, Pak ya. Iya, Ian Raden Patah ya. Win kan Pak? Win Raden Patah. Yang beliau hari ini juga akan menjadi penguji eksternal di program Pasca Sarjana Fakultas Teknik Universitas Negeri Padang. Dan juga tadi Pak Tri, saya sudah menghubungi Pak Rektor UGM. Jadi MOU dengan Pak Rektor UGM saya tanda tangani saja dulu. Nanti mohon bantuan Pak Tri untuk ke beliau, karena beliau juga sudah menyambut baik kerjasama kita dengan UGM ini. Ini dalam rangka pengembangan program studi S2 pariwisata, ya, yang insya Allah tahun ini sedang kita proses, terutama untuk pengembangan sumber dayanya. S2 pariwisata di Fakultas Pariwisata dan Perhotelan. Ladies and gentlemen, this international conference is one of an example of UNP commitment to continuously improve its external capacity, that to extend the cooperation network to related parties in local, regional, national and international levels. The ICCFBT 2019 addresses the most important issues on culinary, fashion, beauty and tourism around the world. It will have a strong focus on the opportunities and challenges of these emerging sectors. It will be greatly beneficial for researchers, scientists, educators, students and practitioners from both academic as well as industry to discuss, share, extend their knowledge, view and experience in respective fields. We believe ICCFBT 2019 will be instrumental in generating ideas and disseminating information to a greater extent than is possible through more conventional forums. I hope this date conference will be productive. It will create a new impetus for education and scientific research, and importantly, I sincerely hope that this precious occasion could be stepping stone for further relationship and realization of our program. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of University of Padang, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality who have organized this event. This is a great opportunity for us to be involved in an international community. I would like also to extend my appreciation and gratitude to keynote and invite speakers, participants of this conference, for their contribution to this event. I would also like to express my gratefulness to all sponsors that I cannot mention one by one for the support given to the committee. My appreciation and congratulations also goes to the committee that has made this program possible and success of conducting this international conference. I wish all the participants a productive discussion throughout the conference and an enjoyable stay in our small but beautiful city of Padang. Finally, on behalf of University of Padang, I officially open the second international conference on culinary fashion. Thank you.
For symbol of event opening officially, we would like to ask our rector to hit the gongs. And accompanied with Vice of Rector, Universitas Negeri Padang, Deans, keynote speakers, and then also a Rector for Universitas Islam Negeri Raden Patah, and also from Gajah Mada University. Please come to the stage.
ngira nah habis kelas jam ke USU Pak besok pagi masih di USU.
And ladies and gentlemen, Rector of Universitas Negeri Padang will be hit the gong. And officially, this conference opening. Next, we're going to photo session. All documentation, please stand by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite to the table for MOU sign, Rector of Universitas Negeri Padang, Professor Ganefri PhD, accompanied by Vice Rector, and then Secretary of Postgraduate from Gajah Mada University, Rector of Universitas Islam Negeri Raden Patah Palembang, and Dean of Tourism Universitas Negeri Padang, and Director of Baling Community College, Malaysia, for the first signing of MOU between Universitas Negeri Padang and Gajah Mada University. And second one, signing of MOU between Universitas Negeri Padang and UIN Raden Patah Palembang. UIN. And the next, itu dengan UGM. Universitas Negeri Padang with Gajah Mada University. And followed by signing of MOA between Tourism and Hospitality Faculty Universitas Negeri Padang with Gajah Mada University. Nggak jelas itu dia menandatangani yang mana. Itu dengan siapa? Dengan siapa? Hah? Admipa? Oh, nggak ada dalam schedule. Dari depan lah. And we continue to signing of MOA between Tourism and Hospitality Faculty, Universitas Negeri Padang with Gajah Mada University. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the last session, signing of agreed minutes of meeting between Tourism and Hospitality Faculty, Universitas Negeri Padang with Baling Community College Kedah, Malaysia. Right, ladies and gentlemen, for next session, special souvenir from Universitas Negeri Padang to Universitas Islam Negeri Raden Patah, Palembang. Souvenir. For all parties are welcome to take a seat again. As our culture, let's we close our opening session with a pray together, guided by Husni Azhari Aritonang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I will lead this prayer based on the teaching of Islam. And those who are not Muslim, you are pleased to pray according to each of your beliefs. Na'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ighfir lana dzunubana wa liwalidayna warhamhuma kama rabbayana shaghira wa li jami'il muslimina wal muslimat wal mu'minina wal mu'minat al ahya'i minhum wal amwat bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Radina billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyyan wa rasula. Rabbana zidna ilma warzuqna fahma wa amalan sholihan mutaqabbala. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa zurriyyatina qurrata a'yun waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Wa sallallahu wasallam alaihi walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, opening session is closed and we come to the next session. First session of international conference. I would like to invite our moderator, Dr. Retnaning Tias, Susanti Esos MSc. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for continue event, let we see first session of international conference, and will be guided by our moderator, Dr. Retnaning Tias Susanti Esos MSc. Time is yours.
Thank you. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Is it still morning or noon? Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you in this conference about fashion, beauty, and tourism. Industry 4.0 toward opportunities and challenges of implementation at tourism sector. My name is Tias. I'm from Tourism Department, Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality, Universitas Negeri Padang. I'll serving you as the moderator today. For the first time, you will be hearing a presentation from my friend, Mincho Slavov from Bulgaria. Now, please welcome Mincho Slavov. Mincho is from Southwest University, Bulgaria. He will talk about over-tourism phenomenon.
not to waste a time, I'll let you take this presentation, Micho, please.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mincho Slavu from Southwest University, Bulgaria. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to open the second international conference on culinary, fashion, beauty, and tourism. So let's continue with my presentation. Today, I will talk about a relatively new topic in the field of tourism, especially tourism development, how the tourism development is performed and to what leads and what are the reasons to happen that situation. So that new topic is called over-tourism. It's decades-long policies towards growing tourism in terms of number, and I mean growing the number of tourists visiting a certain place lead to what we now call over-tourism. Over-tourism is when the number of tourists in a certain place becomes so much that the future impression of tourists about the place, the image of the place itself are deteriorated. Also, there is a adverse negative impact over the local population as well as the nature. Next slide, please. The current topic, I will talk about the biggest and famous. Oh, yeah, thank you. Next and previous. Yeah. So I will talk about the growing over-tourism in the biggest and famous Bulgarian seaside resort called Sunny Beach. But let's start from the global perspective and to see how the tourism looks in a global term. On this figure, you're seeing the trend of tourism as presented by UNWTO, the World Tourism Organization. You can see that in year 2018, last year, the world tourist reached 1.4 billion, and they are expected to reach 1.8 in 2030, which means that we have a growth of 6% according to 2017, while the prediction of UNWTO was for a growth 3 to 4%. In Europe, for 2018, the growth is over, it's also 6% over 2017, and the significant part of that growth is shared by Central and East European countries, one of which is Bulgaria. A bit facts about Bulgaria. Territory, almost 1,100 square kilometers, population of 7 million people. Located in southeast part of Europe, on the border with Turkey and Greece south, Romania and North Macedonia west, Romania north, and Black Sea on the east. Here you can see the three coastal municipalities in Bulgaria and the location of Sunny Beach, the place where the issues of over-tourism in Bulgaria are emerging. So that's how the tourism in Bulgaria looks like for a period of from 2014 until 2018. What we can see from that figure? We are seeing a growing number of arrivals from 2014 all the way to 2018. We are seeing growing numbers of nights spent. But at the same time, we are seeing that the expenditures by the tourists are declining. As I said at the beginning, the tourism policies adopted on international and national level are towards growing the number of tourists, without considering what are the effects of the growth. And what we are seeing from the numbers from Bulgaria is that indeed these policies works, because we have increasing number of tourists. At the same time, the expenditures are going down. That's one of the effects of over-tourism. The tourists are not satisfied. Yes, they visit the place, they don't like their experience, they don't share much, which leads to negative effects about the local communities on the first place, on the national economy on the second place, and in general, it's declining the image of the resort as a place for recreation. In next slide, we can see the distribution of tourism in Bulgaria. We are seeing that 57%, close to 58% of all nights spent are in Bulgarian coastal region. Bulgarian coastal region represents only 14% of the Bulgarian territory, while close 58% or more than half of the nights spent are in this 14% of the territory. Second, tourism intensity. We are seeing that less than 9% of the population is located of the local population is located in the coastal territories, and that territory is coastal municipalities, and especially the municipality of Burgas, where the Sunny Beach is located. It represents only 5%. So we have three aspects. We have the ratio between tourists and visitors is growing first. The second, the territory simply cannot handle physically that much tourists, because that is connected with the infrastructure, with waste management, with water management. The place simply cannot handle the amount of tourists. That is a research made in Europe, in EU countries, which shows the ratio tourism versus tourists versus local population. The countries which are in red are considered to have a ratio local population to tourists of over 3, which means that the tourists are at least 3 times more than the local population. Bulgaria at 2017 is still below that threshold, which is considered as over-tourism, but with the current policy, Bulgaria is going towards entering into the category where the ratio is over 3. What are the main reasons for that? Well, first, as I said, pro-growth tourism policies. Second, that's the impact of social media. People travel, people like the places, people share their experience, share their pictures, which involved more people to visit that amazing place. Second, information and communication technology. For good or for bad, The gadgets are part of our life. Reports on websites like TripAdvisor are attending more and more attention from the potential customers. They rely heavily on what is shared by the other travelers on sites like TripAdvisor. And when considering and when planning their next holiday. And the fourth reason is the ease of travel. Nowadays, it's easily to travel from point A to point B easily than anywhere else. So people are not restricted. They can be in a certain destination today, and tomorrow they can be in 1,000 kilometers away. That's all the reasons why we are seeing such a concentration of tourists in a certain destinations. First, pro-growth policies, social media impact, communication technology, which is part of our life, as well as the ease of travel. And let's focus specifically on Sunny Beach. That's where the Sunny Beach is located. That's the eastern part of Bulgaria on Black Sea coast. You see the map of Bulgaria. Here is located Sunny Beach. That's how it looks like. The history of resort begins in 1957, when the government at that time decided to build and to develop and to promote the Bulgaria as a tourist destination. At that time, it was estimated that the maximum beds that the resort can accommodate is 30,000. Based on the width of the sand strip in Sunny Beach, based on the availability of transport and infrastructure. So the resort was built with a capacity of 30,000 beds. At that time, 20% was the building density of the resort was only 20%. The rest were green zones, parks, and recreational areas. The hotels were actually behind the trees. What we have now, the picture on the right is showing the resort in 1960, soon after it was opened. Picture on the left is showing the resort in 2017. Pay attention that those two pictures are taken from pretty much the same location. So you can see that in 1960, everything here was nature. And now we have a huge hotels as well as many more buildings beyond it, as well as the amount of tourists. So nowadays we have 80% building density compared to the 20% when the resort was open. Over 160,000 beds, and that's according to the official data from the Bulgarian Statistical Institute, which is highly doubtful. Based on many reports in media in Bulgaria, as well as my personal observation in the resort, the beds nowadays are over 300,000, which means 10 more times than the capacity of the place. The branding of the resort currently is towards young people only, while at the beginning it was dedicated as a family resort. Currently, the resort is known among the travelers, among the tourists, as a place for cheap drugs, sex, and alcohol. Okay, thank you. That's how Sunny Beach looks like today. As I said, known among the visitors as a place for cheap drinks and connected behavior. The outcomes of pro-growth tourism policies adopted by Bulgarian government as well as the stakeholders in the resorts lead to extremely high seasonality in arrivals. 98% are located in the period of June and September, which means that in the rest of the year the resort is empty. In the ranks of UNVTO, Bulgaria is ranked on 45th place in tourism competitiveness, 37th in tourism service prices, and accommodation prices 6th. That's what attracts the people nowadays in Sunny Beach, the cheap prices. Again, from the same ranks of UNVTO, creating a firm tourism brand, which is from prerogative of the government, Bulgaria is ranked on 103rd place out of 136 countries. 23rd place in terms of tourism prioritization and effectiveness of the branding policies. To create an image of resort and to attract variety of tourists, not a certain segment. All that's the outcome of what the Bulgarian government is doing currently. What can be done? Re-evaluating on the first place the adopted policies. Second, enhancement of tourist products and services. Third, optimizing, which means, if needed, even decreasing the number of arrivals and offering alternative activities during the stay of the tourist. And fourth, offering sustainable products and services. Because in general, when the tourism is mass tourism, the local products are not used. The local community is not benefiting enough from the vast number of tourists that are visiting the place. In conclusion, there are three questions that can be addressed to the Bulgarian government and stakeholders which are responsible for the development of tourism in Bulgaria. First, who is accountable for the management of the destination's carrying capacity? Currently, there is, it's not clear, based on Bulgarian law, who should estimate how much people the destination can carry, the maximum amount of number that the destination could carry. The second question, is it purely a question of tourism, of tourists' arrival on the place? Which means that, is it, can we blame only the social medias and the ICT for growing number of tourists, or there are other factors as well? And the last question is, what is the government and the stakeholders doing in addressing the over-tourism issues? Unfortunately, the answer of the last question is currently nothing. Bulgarian National Tourism Development Plan, there is no even mention of the word over-tourism, or that certain places like Sunny Beach are facing over-tourism issues. And if the Bulgarian government don't pay attention, as it was done already by the World Tourism Organization, in the next couple of years, Bulgaria will enter in category 3, where the tourists are 3 times more than the local population, especially in the coastal areas. That is an issue which is not unique only to Bulgaria and to Sunny Beach in particular, but to many European destinations, and I would say destinations in Asia and particularly in Indonesia are also facing the issues of over-tourism. So I very much believe that not only Bulgarian government, but the governments all over the world will really pay attention and will start to offer more sustainable way of development, the tourism, the destination, so to protect the local communities and the nature, of course, not the least, the nature. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm open for any questions related about the over-tourism issues, about Sunny Beach, and whatever else you would like to ask me. One more time, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mincho, for addressing this interesting topic. And I'll let anyone asking a question for Mincho. Is there any something interesting or you want to know all about Bulgarian? Pak Tri, please.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your nice presentations. Mincho, I'd like to ask you about what is the how the strategy to develop your Sunny Beach or other destination, especially in using the Industry 4.0. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Currently, Bulgarian government, as well as to less extent the stakeholders, they're not implementing the Industry 4.0 in developing the destination, the tourism destinations in Bulgaria. What is done is partially by the business and stakeholders, but that the use of Industry 4.0 in tourism development and promotion in Bulgaria is done in a negative way. So the DMOs, the destination marketing organizations, they're using Industry 4.0 again to attract tourists. Because what is that is believed in Bulgaria, the more, the better. And the year is considered as successful if the numbers of tourists are surpassing the numbers of tourists from the last year. 4.0 in Bulgaria, mainly related to using mobile applications for accommodation like Airbnb and similar, which again is one of the contributing factors. I'm not saying the main, nor that it's bad, but it's a contributing factor if used in the way it's used in Bulgaria in an improper way.
Any other question? Ladies and gentlemen. Pak Sulis, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Mincho, for your presentation. Okay, I would like to ask about for tourism in Bulgaria. You know that when our country have many of tourists, so they have economic impact. So when you say about the over tourism, you know that in Indonesia we have a target in 2019 about 20 tourists to come in Indonesia. What's your opinion about that?
Thank you for your question. I just want to get back to one of the slides here. As I said, attracting and increasing the number of tourists is a positive. What I've mentioned in the presentation was that the number of the tourists, the effort should be not put on increasing the numbers of tourists on any price, on any cost, but to manage, not only to increase the number of tourists, but also to manage the tourist flow. What happened in Bulgaria, the majority of the tourists are concentrated in one particular spot. And as I said, that the fact that the tourists are growing doesn't mean that the income will grow as well. If I can make a comparison between Bulgaria, development of tourism in Bulgaria and in Indonesia, what I'm seeing here is for example, in places like Bali, we can talk about over tourism in Bali, and especially in particular areas in Bali as well. Why Indonesia is struggling in increasing the number of tourists if we compare Indonesia to the neighboring countries? Well, tourism development and promotion in Indonesia in the last decades, in the last few years, there is some exceptions, but in general is focused in increasing the numbers of tourists, but offering very limited choices for the tourists. Except Bali and Lombok, in general, the European tourist doesn't have any other options. If the average tourist wants to have a holiday in Bulgaria, because of the efforts of Indonesian government just to increase the number without offering varieties of destinations, everyone literally is going in Bali. And the situation in Bali looks like it's similar to the situation in Sunny Beach. Of course, there is a profit, but where that profit goes, in the local communities or in the international companies.
Okay. That's all, Pak Sulis. Okay. Thank you, Mincho.
Thank you, Tiaz.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I made some notes from our conversation that 4.0 industry mean that everybody will know about our destination. The tourists will attract to come to our destination, but only successful place like Bali will win this competition. Over tourism mean, like what Mincho said, is that who will get the benefit? Is local community or the international industry? Like in Bali, who have Bali? Balinese or international industry? There's a lot of chain hotel and a little homestay. Okay, Mincho, I think that's all for our session. We come to the end of the presentation, and okay, we got something for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mincho.
Ladies and gentlemen, actually we have some souvenir from Universitas Negeri Padang, especially from hospitality faculty, and presented by Dean of Hospitality Faculty to Mincho.
Halo, Mincho.
Special souvenir from Hospitality and Tourism Faculty to our keynote speakers. First keynote speaker. Give applause. Thank you so much, keynote speaker Mincho. Back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you. Okay, actually, we will meet Professor Buhalis, but he's have something that he can go here to us. So we're going to the next session with Professor Irwandi Jaswir from International Islamic University Malaysia. Please, Prof. Okay. Okay, we just start, Prof. Okay, okay, Prof, please.
Ini ya, next. Oh, ini. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Madam Moderator. Bapak, Ibu-ibu yang kami hormati, first of all, I'd like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me to this conference, the second ICCFBT, especially to my old friends, Dr. Juliana, she around yeah, my classmate, my colleague during my undergraduate time IPB. Ladies and gentlemen, the titles given to me to share this morning with all of you, the opportunity and challenge of halal industry in support of halal tourism. And I am Irwandi Jaswir from International Islamic University Malaysia. But actually I'm Indonesian, yeah. Saya dari Bukit Tinggi, so it is like balik kampung, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just to share with you, just last year, I was awarded with a King Faisal International Prize, handed over the prize and over by King Salman. This is related to the topic that we are going to discuss this morning. I was awarded for my continuous effort in conducting research related to halal food. So when we talk about the industry, halal industry, when we talk about the tourism, halal tourism, so halal food is part and parcel of it. Alhamdulillah, I'm the second Indonesian to have received the award. The first one is Bapak Muhammad Narsir, also orang awak, yeah, you know, about 40 years ago. And in Malaysia, we have like Tun Mahathir, the current Prime Minister, etc. So this is what we have done related to halal food. Number one, we have completed 35 research projects related to halal, and then published almost 200 papers, and then 5 patents, and some of them can be used, I mean our patent license, and can be used for to support the halal tourism, and then books and scientific awards, etc. I am going to start with this, that in the era of Industry 4.0, innovation is a key point. Yeah? We do not want to become, as the first presenter said, just a consumers. Halal industry is a big industry, huge industry, yeah? About a 3.1 trillion US a year. But the most important question to us is how much we earn from the industry. We do not want to see the local people is just consumers, and the international players gain the benefits. It's like Facebook is such a way Indonesia is the most consumers of that. Yeah, but 2 million accounts, I'm not mistaken. Sorry. Okay, so what's halal? Yeah, I think all of us, those who are Muslim here, we know this since we were small. Yeah, we were small child. But currently, halal is not discussed only among the Muslim. So the difference is that just last year I was invited to this one. Oh, sorry. I thought this is. Yeah. Just last year I was invited to National Assembly building in South Korea. This is a parliamentary building. And I was asked to talk about the halal poultry. Meaning that even Korea, non-Muslim countries are talking about halal nowadays. Yeah, the second day, on 27, I was invited to Dong-A University. This is in Busan, 3 hours train from Seoul. And I was invited to deliver a talk in front of a master's program student taking Muslim-friendly hospitality and tourism. So it is a master program, MBA program that their offer is Wisata Syariah. Yeah, this is kind of that. Yeah. Muslim-friendly hospitality and tourism, and as long as my understanding, there is no such program offered in Indonesia yet, in the master's level. Oh, sorry. Yep. Okay. Just last month, 2 months ago, in Taiwan. The same event, yeah. I was invited by Ministry of Agriculture of Taiwan to talk about the halal food, yeah. Why? Because Korea, Japan, China now, yeah, leading in the halal industry, and Taiwan wants to follow the footsteps of this country. Okay. The halal industry is transformed, yeah, from traditional to emerging industry nowadays. Yeah, we know that the process of food and beverages now people look at from a different angle. Yeah, tourism, a modest fashion, and a logistic services, and halal. Again, compared to the traditional concept of halal, where we only look at it from the Islamic perspective, nowadays halal is seen as a business entity. Yeah, business entity. Halal is about the quality of life. There is a study in US saying that certification or halal certification can increase the sales about 10 to 15%. Mean that people start to look at halal from the business perspective. About 65% of the meat produced in New Zealand, we know that New Zealand is the major producers of halal meat, is exported to non-Muslim countries even. So this is how we look at the halal food nowadays, yeah, different. This is not to promote Malaysia, yeah, because I live in Malaysia. But this is the fact that we are facing and that we have in Malaysia. In Malaysia, halal is seen from the overall ecosystem. Yeah, in Malaysia, the production, services, infrastructure, human capital, government support, everything is there. Yeah, the difference between this and what happened in Indonesia is that Indonesia so far, we just focus more towards halal certification, and we do not give our sufficient efforts to develop the industry, the halal industry. We know that there are about 2 billion Muslim population that need halal products and services. Yeah, and this is the global market, about 3.1 trillion US a year, and food contribute about quarter of that. And non-food, including cosmetics, this I think the other room they're talking about cosmetics and personal care as well as pharmaceuticals contribute about half of that. Okay, I skip of this, and then this is in Korea. Yeah, our institute, we have a branch in Korea, and every 2 months we go there and educate the industry in Korea. This is the reason why halal industry is enjoyed by mostly international players, not the Muslim countries as well. Yeah, what are challenges and opportunities for Indonesia? Number one, we have raw materials, halal raw materials. Second one is processing and authentication that can be developed through research and innovation. So I think one day we discussed with the rector, honorable rector of Universitas Negeri Padang, at the time during the launching of Halal Center, if I'm not mistaken. Now we discussed about this. These three things can be done by the university because it is much related to research and innovation. For example, we know the concept of halal and tayyiban, yeah, halal from A to Z. Yeah. Every aspect of this can be contaminated with non-halal contaminations. Yeah, and then so the challenge for us is that we have to come up with the alternative ingredient, for example. Yeah, when we talk about the gelatin, for example, about 90% of gelatin are widely used in the market, sourced from non-halal sources. About 90%. And we know that gelatin is used widely in every product, almost in every product. It is a super ingredient. It is used in food, yeah, bakery, ice cream, dairy products, etc. It is used in cosmetics, in the lotions, lipsticks, anything. And also it is used in pharmaceuticals. The hard capsule consists of about 60% of gelatin. And we know that 90% of gelatin is non-halal. 60% is sourced from pig, a bone and the skin of the pig. And about 30% is from halal animal but not slaughtered according to Islam. So this is another challenge to us, yeah? And then when we talk about the enzyme, for example, we know rennet. Yeah, rennet is enzyme used to coagulate milk to produce cheese. But most of the rennet, yeah, extracted from the intestine of the calf. And there is an issue here whether whether the animal is slaughtered properly or not. Okay, if not, so we have to come up with the alternative. Yeah, we have to come up with alternative, and this is the why. Scientists need to play the role, say, in halal industry. This is a pig animal, and almost all part of this animal has been used, yeah, in industry, and our daily life are probably, yeah, contaminated with these products. For example, the hair. The hair of animal, this animal can be used first is a brush for bakery, yeah, when you do bakery, or brush for your cosmetics, or for our kids when they draw, yeah, they need a brush. Other than that, it is also extracted to produce cysteine. Cysteine is one of amino acid, yeah, a building block of protein. And then it is used widely in bakery industry. So when we see this and how important is halal science, yeah. Okay, this is what we have done in our laboratory in Malaysia. Research on gelatin, for example, we produce gelatin from kambing, misalnya. Yeah. This is in collaboration with Universitas Indonesia in Jakarta. Alhamdulillah, we produce a capsule, yeah, from that. And then the fish gelatin from ikan, yeah. production fish gelatin nanoparticles, and also with Saudi Arabia, we produce a camel gelatin, and that is a big project, and alhamdulillah is completed, and they're going to establish a factory, yes, in Jeddah. This is our pilot plant of gelatin derivative in Malaysia. Yeah, this is some products from our institute. This one, Bromi. Bromi is we replace rennet, yeah, with a halal material from pineapple, and then our cheese is already sold in all the big supermarket in Malaysia. Yeah, this is a Bromi cheese. Okay, because most of the rennet is questionable whether it's halal or not. Okay, and then also we produce things from brown seaweed. Yeah. We know that brown seaweed is our Indonesian local products. We have abundance of these sources. Unfortunately, it is not being used as should be. Yeah? Okay, we know that antioxidants, anti-cancer, anti-diabetes, anti-inflammatory, anti-obesity, yeah, is contained in brown seaweed. I traveled to Pesisir Selatan, and then the brown seaweed is just thrown away, yeah, on the street because they do not know the benefits, yeah, probably. Yeah, this is the products that we produce from seaweed. Yeah, seaweed, the soap, the lotion, etc. Yeah. Another thing is to ensure the integrity of halal is that we develop a system to clean the container or the store. Yeah, in Islam, when an object is contaminated with najis mughallazah atau kena anjing atau babi, we have to clean it properly according to Islam. We call this sama in Islam. How to do sama? You need to wash it 7 times, and then one of them with the clay or soil. For small object, it's very simple. You can use the clay or soil, but in the big objects like container, rooms, storage, etc., you need a system. So this is what we have done in Malaysia. We developed this for the port. Why? Because Malaysia developed now 2 halal port now. Yeah, one in Selangor, one in East Malaysia. Yeah. So this is what we have done. And then we study this, yeah. And then first we produce soap that contain clay inside. So it's very, very practical. You don't need to find the clay out there, but just use this, the soap, and then the halal certified, yeah. And then also we develop a system for the port, and this is the spray, yeah. For the room, you can use this, and the spray is already including clay, fine particle of clay inside. Yeah. Okay. And then this is the last part of my presentation. Yeah, I'm going to share a little bit about the INHAR, my institution. So this is the establishment of our institute is to help Malaysia, yeah, to reach the ambitions to become World Halal Hub. Yeah. So we offering programs, PhD in halal, master's halal industry, in 2 programs masters. Okay, and then this is our research innovations about the raw materials, about the authentications. We developed a system to detect lemak babi misalnya or lard, yeah, and then also on the class Sharia. Again, this is some of our achievements. We develop also a Muslim-friendly hospitality rating system. In Malaysia, hotel cannot be certified halal, cannot. Meaning, why? Because when one hotel is certified halal, another hotel can be is considered non-halal. Non-halal means haram. So it is not allowed in the regulation in Malaysia. What we can do is that we just rate. It's like the normal rating of hotel. We do rating on the friendliness to the Muslim consumers. So from 1 until 6, yeah. And then we have done this for various hotels in Malaysia, in Germany, and also in the South Korea. Okay, so this is our logo. We do halal rating system. And then this is a lard pen, portable lard and alcohol detection. Prof Rini is also from Padang Panjang, yeah, from Indonesia. And then some other researchers produce things. This is my picture just now. And then our other activities to give a trainings in Malaysia or international. Yeah, and this is the training products, yeah, from halal certified auditor, halal lead auditor, slaughtering. Yeah, this very funny story. We do train a slaughterman from Brazil, yeah, many times, many years ago, yeah, and then many of them came to our institute. And now I see that Brazil is #1 halal poultry producer in the world, yeah. Because we just provide the trainings and develop the industry, okay. And then this is our consultancy as well. I think that's it. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum.
Wow. So halal is about all the process, yeah, Prof. And Indonesia still only focus on the certification. We have to learn more about what we call halal, because in fact we are too close with unhalal things, like what we say, what Prof said about our equipment, our medical, our beauty equipment, and that's too close to unhalal things. Okay, is there any question for Prof Irwandi? Okay, please. Silakan.
Thank you very much. I am Theo, doctoral student, University of Indonesia Defense University. Karena Pak Prof mahir bahasa Indonesia dan asli putra daerah Padang, saya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja, Prof. Menurut Profesor, apa sih Indonesia ini urgensinya untuk menerapkan wisata halal atau halal tourism? Sebagaimana kita ketahui, dari Sabang sampai Merauke, tipologi masing-masing daerah untuk pariwisata itu berbeda-beda. Contoh di Manado, kemudian yang isu yang terhangat sekarang tuh di Danau Toba. Nah, apakah dengan konsep halal tourism tadi yang Prof sampaikan itu, apakah sudah sepantasnya kah di tiap-tiap daerah di Indonesia itu menerapkan wisata halal? Karena di Indonesia ini kita selalu, tadi Prof bilang, berkutat masalah sertifikasi. Nah, tidak semua mengetahui tadi Prof prosesnya, raw materialnya, kemudian sumbernya itu kita belum sampai ke situ. Hanya sertifikasi dan mohon maaf, itu sepertinya hanya domain MUI saja. Nah, apakah di Malaysia itu ada instansi lain atau lembaga lain yang mengurusi halal atau tidaknya? Nah, kembali lagi saya bilang tadi bahwa Indonesia ini beraneka ragam, bermacam-macam suku dan agama. Nah, saya takutnya kalau di Indonesia menerapkan wisata halal, sepertinya nanti takut ada terkotak-kotak. Nah, tadi Prof bilang di Cina, di Korea sudah menerapkan halal tapi secara menyeluruh, secara utuh, mulai dari proses sampai pendistribusian dan pemakaiannya. Nah, menurut pendapat Prof, seperti yang tadi saya tanyakan, apakah sudah selayaknya kah Indonesia menerapkan wisata halal ini? Bagaimana kita tahu wilayah di Indonesia tipologi wisatanya itu berbeda-beda. Terima kasih, Prof.
Terima kasih Pak Theo untuk pertanyaannya. Karena nanya bahasa Indonesia, saya jawab bahasa Indonesia ya. Mungkin kasar bahasa pertama, kita harus tahu konsepnya ya. Menurut saya wisata syariah itu nggak perlu digembar-gemborkan. Oh ini wisata syariah. Yang penting itu kontennya, ya. The most important thing is the content. What is inside of the industry? Ya. Kita tahu industri itu terlalu besar. Kalau Bapak lihat tadi yang namanya services itu including the tourism. Itu about a quarter of 3 trillion US a year. And at the moment, the country that enjoyed the cake of the halal industry in like Australia, New Zealand, in Southeast Asia is Thailand. Yeah, in Thailand only 5% of Muslim. Okay, back to the halal tourism. This is why Malaysia do not say halal tourism. Malaysia did not say halal tourism. Do not say wisata syariah because the term syariah halal could be sensitive for certain people, certain group of people. What the countries like Malaysia or South Korea or Japan, what they develop is a Muslim-friendly hospitality and tourism. So the service available is Muslim-friendly, meaning that if the Muslim needs something, is available. Yeah. So it is a more towards we facilitate the consumers. For example, for Olympic next year, 2020, Japan had started the efforts to develop the tourism, even though they do not say halal tourism, but they said the Muslim-friendly tourism. It is since 7 years ago when they were named as the host of the Olympic. And now we see there is a facility for Muslim. Yeah, for example, there is prayer rooms, you know, and then we can easily find the restaurants. Yeah. Wisata syariah or Indonesia they call wisata syariah or Muslim-friendly tourism doesn't mean that all things must be syariah, you know. In our understanding, a Muslim-friendly tourism is there is a facility for Muslim consumers. This is what developed in China, in Japan, in South Korea. When we go there, because at the moment when we go to US, it's a bit difficult for Muslim, you know, to find where the restaurant. But in the Muslim-friendly tourism, the guideline is there, for example. So wisata syariah, Muslim-friendly tourism doesn't make everything very rigid. So this is the conception is probably is not rightly placed. Yeah. What the agency for Muslim? I just thinking from the business perspective. If we do not take the opportunity, other country will take. Yeah. This is why we go to China. I visited China 4 times, and even in Pingliang, in Nanning, there is a halal hub there. Yeah. It's very, very, very strange to us. Because while we still quote debate, argue each other, so other countries already enjoy the industry. Yeah, so this is the cause. I'm just thinking from that perspective. We do not want to make everything under the because for some people Sharia is very, very sensitive. Yeah, it's not that way. It's different. Yeah, this is my answer.
The next, Miss with white clothes.
Thank you, moderator. My name is Dewi from Tourism Marketing Management UPI. I would like to ask one question to Professor Irwandi. My question is, if the food industry don't have a halal certification, how the tourists can believe and trust of the food if yes, this food is halal, especially in marketing 4.0 implementation. For example, when the tourists use the application for order the food for the first time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Very good questions. Yes, this is why certification is very important. Yeah, certification play the role as to facilitate the industry. We should not focus on the certification, but certification is very important because we are exposed to various products, and then to help us, and then we do not have ability to check one by one. So the easiest way for us to know whether the product is halal or can be consumed by Muslim is through certification, unless you know the details. Yeah, for example, you cook at home and you know it's halal, so you don't need certified halal. Okay, so this is the importance of halal certification. But in the era of 4.0, this is what we have done in collaboration with many countries. Like in Russia now, they developed the halal detector. Very simple. This is Russia. They're non-Muslim. Yeah, there is now halal apps developed by my Korean partners. Yeah, and then through the apps, and then you can detect what the content of halal or what the content of the cosmetic, and it is the main guideline for the cosmetic in South Korea. They develop this kind of thing through IT. Yeah? For example, in one lotion, one type of brand of lotion, there are 20 ingredients, and then each of these it can be you can know easily whether it contains harmfulness, it contain non-halal ingredient, etc. Yeah. So this is one of them. And then from my observation now, most of that equipments, device related to halal authentication are developed by non-Muslim countries. It's like Russia, there is a halal detector through using DNA, and it is developed by Germany. So the kit is developed by Germany, yeah, and many other things. There is also halal search engine. It's like Chrome, like Google, and developed by the Russian engineer. They're non-Muslim, yeah. So we had to widen our perspective about halal. Yeah, halal is not only this is pig, not pig. No, halal is an industry. If we do not take it, we do not go into it, other people will take it. Thank you.
Is that enough? Okay, the next, Bu Hon.
Baik, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you, moderator, for the time that has given to me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rahmi Holinesti from Culinary Art Department, Padang State University. Okay, let me tell to you first, Bapak Irawadi, that we are in Culinary. Have the topic of halal in our food control subject. So today we are doing a research just to identify the halal of our traditional food in Padang with Professor Ani Farida. Please stand up, Bu Ani, and Ibu Wirneli Sharif. Okay. So in the first step, we already identify some foods that already served in traditional restaurant in Padang. And after that, in the second part, we are going to discuss what kind of, maybe about the ingredient, the process, or the how to serve the food to the customers that can be harmful to the customers, that will bring the non-halal in our product. So we want to ask to you, please give us your advice just to maintain our, just to improve our discussions to get the best result of our research. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your research. Yeah, yes. It looks like halal is very complicated. You see, from A to Z, but we know that it is not as complicated as we think. Yeah, because we know in Quran it is said that the religion doesn't make you in life situation, in difficult situation. No, yeah. This is just a guidelines to us. You know, we are Muslim and we deserve to get the halal products. Similarly to vegetarians, yeah, veggie, they deserve to get the veggie. So if people said, do we need to certify this? Because it's our right. Yeah, we go somewhere, but it is the thing that probably is not in the right to me. Yeah, when you ask my opinion, to make it compulsory everything, this is not correct. Yeah, to make it everything compulsory, no, this is like just let the business run as it is, and then if there is a market, people will go for that. So back to the question, the first question, the analytical, yes, a few things, few topics probably is quite interesting, especially the fermented food, yeah, whether at what level, ethanol level, etc. Yeah. My suggestion is that focus on certain things that make great issues or of interest of many people. For example, why tapai is halal under the fatwa, for example. Yeah. So we had to know the answers of this. And then in terms of there is also other question, for example, whether if the animal is fed with a non-halal, because there is a case in Malaysia, ikan keli, you're fed with the waste of the slaughterhouse of pig, and it's a big issue, yes, Bu, yeah, it's a big issue the other day. So this kind of thing, so the change, yeah, the supply chain is very, very important. We have to ensure this, and then if we can discuss this in detail, it will be useful, I think. Yeah. And then also try to look at my other advice, if possible. Try to look at what we call this Rasulullah diet. Yeah, diet Rasulullah. Yeah, and then it must be some hikmah inside. Yeah, recently I went to the southern part of South Korea, in the paling selatan. What they do in that place, the farmers, about 400 farmers in that area, in the rural area, they produce this kind of orange. Yeah, that's typical orange in that place only. You cannot find other places. But the orange is less commercial value. What they do, the government provide fermenter. You know, from those chemical engineering, we know fermenter. You ferment the orange to produce alcohol, and then you continue fermentation to produce acidic acid. Yeah, so cuka, vinegar, etc. And then when I asked them, because we visited the place, they want to get the certification from us, and then they, you know, from that rural area, they produce a vinegar and various type of vinegar, sometimes drinks, etc., and export to 46 Muslim countries. I asked them, why you send to the Muslim? Because the Muslim like vinegar very much. There is one hadith mentioned, yeah, about this. The vinegar is a kind of medicine for various diseases. This one hadith about that. And the South Korean learned about this, and then they produced it and they sent to sell to the Muslim countries. So this is what we call is the diet of Rasulullah. This we have to dig here, kita gali what is inside of the Sunnah, etc., and then try to discuss in the thesis. I think that's my answer for that. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry, the solvers. You can ask him after the session, Mbak. We have something for you too, sir.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like Miko, we actually have some software also from second keynote speaker, and will be given by our dean from Tourism and Hospitality Faculty, Universitas Negeri Padang. to Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir as Deputy Dean International Islamic University of Malaysia. Give applause. Thank you so much. Back to moderator.
Okay. Our next presentation is from Professor Hanafi. Please, Prof. And from our short talk before, it will become our favorite talk. Why? Because Professor Hanafi will talk about beauty and anti-aging. Who want to look forever young here? Nobody want to look like forever young? Professor Hanafi is the expert. So please, Prof, the floor is yours.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me try with the slide first, yeah? Okay. Press forward. Sini ya. Okay, boleh cuba. Ada pointer? Pointer? Boleh point ya? Lasernya. Ini tekan apa? Ada. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan selamat pagi kot, ya. First of all, thank you very much for the organizing committee to give me the opportunity to be here and share some of the knowledge on aging. I will touch a little bit on the anti-aging and how that reflects in the IR 4.0. First of all, I myself not in the field of culinary, fashion, beauty, or tourism. I myself, I'm a molecular neuroscientist from the medical faculty of UKM, University Kebangsaan Malaysia. But a lot of my previous work focusing on the antioxidants, anti-aging, and our current work and future work will be working a lot with the industry to test their products in from labs into the preclinical trial in the animal as well as in the human studies. So look forward to share a bit of that information with you guys. Okay, mungkin kita boleh cakap Melayu juga kalau ada yang berminat. Ya. Okay, all right. So the topic that given to me was a bit general. So I tried to make it a bit more focused. So I choose this topic, Industry 4.0, the impact on the anti-aging industry. Okay, let's talk a bit in terms of aging. So I think you are quite aware that we are living longer than our previous generations. If I talk about Malaysia, for female, we used to live up to 72 years old on average. For male, it's about 67 on average of male, their life expectancy. But the current statistics showed that male can live up to 72 years old, while female up to 77 years old. So we are talking about a population that could live longer, but whether you could live with a healthy condition is another question. All right? So if you look at this diagram, I don't know where I should point. Okay, look at this diagram. 2015, okay, the dark blue indicate that 30% or more of the world population will be 60 years old and older. The light blue indicate 10 to 30% of population, and while the white color about less than 10%. When we talk about 2050, 35 years after, you can see a lot of the dark blue appeared here, and more with the light blue and less with the white color. Okay, so population aging is happening much more quicker. So we have a lot more elderly in the world, and aging, it depends on numbers of factors. So the first thing is genes, your environment, and your lifestyle. And the lifestyle includes the anti-aging product that being used. Okay, we are not talking about the cosmetic per se, but overall, in total, you know, your bone, your muscle, your brain. Because I'm a neuroscientist, I work a lot with the brain research, and so on. Okay, so healthy lifestyle, okay, may help you to maintain a healthy body and healthy brain. Okay, and the first question you have to ask yourself: how early do we age? Okay, from this phase to this phase. Oops. Okay, so you can see all the wrinkles here. Okay, so this is where you have to know, and sometimes, you know, you can see quite numbers of people nowadays. They are 50 years old, but they are like 20 years old. Okay, the use of the anti-aging. Yeah, all right. But I think in terms of cosmetic point of view, your focus is more on the skin. All right. But what we are more concerned is to have the general health. You don't want to have only one angle that healthy, but you forget the rest of it. When you say a healthy aging, it covers so many factors, so many numbers, and healthy aging reflect the overall aspects of your conditions. Oops. Okay. So we have two ways to indicate your aging. So you have the chronological age, meaning the numbers. So I'm 35 this year. Okay. So, and I born 1984. Okay. But more important is biological age. Although that you are 50, but if you are practicing a healthy lifestyle, okay, meaning that you have a good lifestyle, you are exercising, you control your diet, you know, take good food, good sleep, less stress, okay, your age, your biological age may be younger, maybe 40, maybe 30. Okay, well, it depends on the environment and your lifestyle, I can tell you that. Okay. And the maximum lifespan in the record so far is 122 years old. Okay. Okay. Whether you want to reach that age or not is another question. When you are living too long, first, it's a burden to the family, it's a burden to the society, and whether can you contribute anything to the community, or you can be like you know, just wait for your time to go. Right. Okay, so this is a bit complex. This is biology of aging. I don't want to go into details, but in short, you have a program cell aging, meaning that, you know, if you without any external factors, external stimulus, you can age. Aging is a normal process that you cannot avoid. It will happen, whatever that you do. But what we can do is we can delay the aging process. And of course, with some external factors, like you have problems with your conditions, your disease, you are practicing unhealthy lifestyle, take a lot of junk food, fast food, etc., you actually accelerate the aging process. And this is where the stochastic factors will occur. Okay. And there are few effects on aging. All right. We have this nervous systems, eyes. When you get older, you start to get your visions will getting worse. Heart and arteries. When you are getting older, your arteries get stiffer. So meaning that the ability to circulate the blood flow into your body is getting less efficient. Skeletal muscles, when you are younger, you can jump easily, but when you're getting older, you get problems to get active. Digestive tract, for example, bones and joints, etc. So all of this is a clinical effects of aging. And actually, if the aging industry would like to focus, you should try to tackle any of this. For example, liver. Liver is one of the main organ in our body. Okay? Kalau kita makan ubat, kalau kita makan ubat, all being metabolized in the liver. Without a healthy liver, tanpa, dia panggil apa? Hati ya? Hati ya dia panggil hati, jika tak ada hati yang sihat, keupayaan kita untuk excrete ataupun demetabolize your punya all this toxic will be minimal, will be reduced. So, if you have a healthy liver, you will be able to get rid all the toxic in your body and excrete into the urine, through your kidney, right? Okay, this is a good diagram by Professor Yoni. So he came to our conference in Kuala Lumpur and shared about how he is actually 65 years old, I think that was his age at that time, and he looks like 45. He has his own anti-aging clinic. He is a subject to his assessment. So he said, if I want to show people this is the right way to live, in healthy aging lifestyle, I have to show the example. Okay? So he come up with this very nice diagram where we can measure the aging based on the age of the muscle, age of the bone, age of the vascular, age of the neural, our brain, as well as age of the hormone. If you have all these, factors that are balanced, then you can get healthy aging. Or in other words, a successful aging, right? But if one of this is getting affected, for example, arthritis. Arthritis is very common, arthritis, yeah? So when you have this problem with your bones or joints, meaning that one of the factors has been affected, and you are actually not successful yet. So you have to find a way how to delay the progression supaya kadar penuaan itu sama antara semua aspek yang terlibat. Okay, this is an example of macam mana clinical trial is being carried out. So first kita mulakan dengan kajian dalam makmal dan penemuan ubat-ubatan yang novel, dan kemudian we have to do a testing di preclinical menggunakan model-model haiwan yang sesuai, yang bersesuaian dengan sesuatu penyakit. Jika segalanya berhasil, barulah boleh pergi ke clinical trials. And clinical trials sebenarnya adalah satu proses yang lama. And I can share with you, there's a lot of company trying to avoid to go to this process, because first it's a lengthy process, and of course it's a very costly process. But if you can success to pass through all this process, I can guarantee your return of investment will be worth. Okay, so let's talk about the Industrial Revolution. I think since the theme of this conference, and it's quite clearly that we know there's a first revolution, second revolution, third revolution, and fourth revolution. Okay, so the fourth revolution will involve a lot of IoT, Internet of Things. So whether we like it or not, we have to make sure that whatever that we do must be integrated with the IR 4.0. For example, data, big data analysis. You have to make sure that people are well versed with the internet. The services of this connection must be good, and of course, a lot of things must be involved with connectivity. Okay, So this is a few pillars in Industry 4.0. Okay, I don't want to go into details, but this is something that you have to know before you can work ahead in your industry. Okay, so the idea of this Industry 4.0 that we could reduce the cost, okay, make it more complex, and must be personalized. Okay, this is very important, personalized, because I think even in Malaysia, I have to admit that we have a lot of people are selling their beauty products. Yeah, for Malaysian knows lah kot, Datuk Vida, Shukri and so on. But we are not sure how detailed they are in terms of research. We don't know the side effects, and some of them. I think there are some of the products that have been known that contain mercury, which is something's very bad. And then it is again with the industry, you don't want to go. Yes, you want to make sure that you get all this your products being sold out, but at the same time you must make sure that all the quality, the safety, and then must be taken care of. All right. And competition is very important as well. Okay, so this is the current and projected markets for anti-aging products. So these are the key players: L'Oreal, Estée Lauder, Shiseido, Unilever. Okay, this is from 2019 to 2024. It is going to be a big market in the future, I can tell you. But whether you are ready to be different, step up, and then be innovative. I think Prof. Irwandi just now has said about the innovations. Yeah. So how anti-aging industries can go forward in I 4.0? So you have to be creative, promotion of product through IoT. Okay, social media now is very, very well known with your IG, Instagram, Facebook, those kind of things. We have to use that as the medium of communications. And then I think quite numbers of people have been excelled by selling their products online. They don't even have their physical store. And these industries need to take up that challenges as well. So be competitive, must be good quality control, okay? Computerized manufacturing with robotics to ensure standardized products. So we don't want to have a factory that's still, in behind of our house. We must have a QC, a good laboratory practice and so on. Again, it's costly, but you can sell your products better. You can even penetrate the international market for that, right? Enhance the quality of product, have a better shelf life, more stable, with some carriers, for example. Don't simply just makan and nanti tiba-tiba hilang from your blood. You should find a way to make sure that your product can retain in the circulation for quite some time. Okay, this is the bioavailability, and then work with the big data. Okay, so with our work, we have all this omics analysis. It is a very technical. And then we really dig deep to make sure that whatever data that we produce, we can translate with the human findings. Okay? And then proper research need to be carried out. Industries must be able to spare significant amount of money. Okay? And a clinical trial is a must-do thing. Clinical trial is a must-do thing if you want to make sure that you can penetrate the market. And then I can tell you that we're trying to make sure that we're up to date with the current setting. We even use apps to monitor the supplement intake of our subjects. So to ensure that, a clinical trial is a very costly. So you want to make sure that whoever that take your supplement really take it. So in order to do that, we have a respond button to make sure that your subjects responding to your request, and they must, whenever that they take the supplement, dia akan bagi tahu kata, okay, saya sudah ambil supplement ini. So apps itu yang kita gunakan untuk monitor pengambilan supplement ini. Yeah? Okay, so as anti-aging guides, there are few guides. First adalah calorie restriction, so you need to make sure that you can control the amount that you intake, calorie intake every day. Anti-aging drugs, there's a lot of drugs nowadays in the market that could help in anti-aging, so it could help in slowing the wrinkle of your skin, slowing down your brain performance, improve your joints and bones, but again, you have to take it with cautions. Anti-aging nutrition, for example, there's a lot of foods we call powerful food. Yeah, they kata you can take all these foods that could help in improving your health. Normally these foods contain a lot of antioxidants. Okay, so good quality of life. Make sure that you rest and relax and do a lot of exercise. Okay, I can share with you myself. I take supplements. I take a lot of antioxidants. I do perform exercise at least 3 to 4 times a day. I'm a strong believer of exercise, and I crazy with HIIT. Do you know HIIT? HIIT, high intensity interval training. So if you can Google, you can find it, and then you can try to do it, and then we can try to compete. Okay. Take home message. A big opportunity for the industry if you step up and then take the challenge. All right? Because we have a community that will live longer than our previous generation. Big prospect because of the big opportunity. Okay? However, it is required to prepare a proper planning and proper execution. There will be challenges. Therefore, the industries need to be different and be competitive. All right? And proper research need to be carried out. Okay? To determine the real effect of anti-aging. We don't want to have false claim. It's not this era anymore. A lot of people claim that their products have this and those, but without a proper study, proper research, all the claims will just go into the drain. Okay, and I can tell you now, a lot of industry players are talking to us. They aware that by investing some portion of money, they could get more in return. So they are asking us to do some clinical trials. We just got one company from Singapore that worth millions for a few years, millions of ringgits. And one more from Japan is in progress, and hopefully we could do some work with them soon, inshallah. All right, I think that's it from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Happy to answer any questions from the floor. And yeah, just aware of my limitation. I'm not from beauty, I'm not from cosmetic point of view. Thank you.
I make some note, Prof, that stay away from stress. That's one of the easiest way to force aging. Stay away from stress. So, but 4.0 industry make our life complicated, and it means that anti-aging industry will rise because most of us will we want to live longer, but we live with complexity too. Okay, is there any question for Prof. Hanafi? Silakan Prof. Tri, Prof. Linda. Oh, Prof. Linda first.
Thank you, moderator. I would like to say thank you to Pak Hanafi for joining us in our second international conference. Since we met about 2 years ago, there are many collaboration that we are doing together. So I hope the future will be more and more. Actually, I would like to ask about halal cosmetic or medicine, and actually it is referred to Pak Jaswardi, but actually he is going earlier. But I think it's relation with you, so I would like to know about the pharmacies industry or medicine industry in Malaysia. How is the halal positions in Malaysia? Thank you.
Okay, I think in terms of the medications, we do use the medications from overseas as well, locally produced. With locally produced medications, it's quite easy because, as what Pak Jaswadi just said, we have the body that monitoring our halal processes. We have no issues. With that body monitoring the process, we are confident all medications are halal certified. The issues come with if you are consuming the medications that are produced overseas. But if I'm not mistaken, whatever medications or product that are being brought in from overseas, they must go through the halal certification first if they want to get certified by our local authorities. Okay, so whatever it is, I think we have a body that monitor the process, and we have no issues so far. Okay, and with the big market in the halal community, I believe a lot of industries are going into that directions, and that's being indicated by the Taiwanese and the Japanese and then the South Koreans that trying to venture into this industry, and I'm sure without the big prospect, they wouldn't bother to think about getting into the halal industry. Even pharmaceutical, foods, etc., and even the halal hospitality. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Thank you for your good presentations and also your performance. Now I'd like to ask you about your performance. You look so young, so it is because you use anti-aging product. So what kind of anti-aging product you use, or what is your strategy to manage yourself so you look so young? Because I'm so young also. I only 40, but maybe it's not younger than you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm not sure whether I'm that young, but I'll try to share some of the things that I do. Okay, first things first, I've been taking a vitamin E. Okay, vitamin E is a potent antioxidant, and then the vitamin E that I consume from the palm oil. So it's a natural extract. So, and I normally don't take supplements that I don't believe it works. I've done quite numbers of research with this vitamin E. It shows a lot of antioxidant properties. And then in fact, in some of my findings, it showed that it could delay the brain aging, so it could delay your memory ability. So I think I have to share you with this. Just 2 years ago, we just completed a study in Malaysia, in Klang Valley. This is a cross-sectional study where we studied their brain performance, across age, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, and 60 years old. And what we found was, amazingly, as young as 30 years old, at least 15% has mild cognitive impairment. So mild cognitive impairment is basically one of the criteria that you will get dementia in the future. So, and we are talking at the age of 30 years old. And we kind of had a big debates on this, whether is this a true data or not. And when we mesh this data, not only with their questionnaires, it's a cognitive function, we use questionnaires to test that, but we mesh those data with the molecular in the blood, and apparently it matched. So for those that have this early cognitive problems, have different trend as compared to the one that have a normal cognitive performance, and it's very worrying. And what we have now trying to see whether if we give this vitamin E is to this human would be delaying the progress. And with animals, we have very excellent results, and we have published in numbers of journals and good journals as well. You can Google my publication for the past few years. And because of that, I'm the loyal user of that vitamin E. I never checked my level of inflammations yet, but in terms of the normal healthcare screening, I'm normal. So I have a good lipid profile, a good glucose level, and so on. On top of that, I also practice not towards the extreme end. I'm not performing any calorie restrictions methods, but I do control the amount of food that I take. I take less carbo, but more proteins and more vegetables. Importantly, you must have enough sleep at night. Minimum 6 hours, regardless whatever that you have to do. So how busy you are, how stressed you are, do sleep at least 6 hours a day. I know it's impossible for some, but that's, and sometimes people feels like you have to do all the works that day, finish it off so then you can relax. No, it's better to get relaxed now and you can do better in the morning, okay? And I do perform a lot of exercise. So at least 3 to 5 times a day, and this exercise is a high intensity exercise, not like a normal jogging and so on. It's very, it sweats me a lot, and then you need to make sure that your heart is pumping. And those are the few tips that I could share with you. I'm not sure whether I should share the tips or not, because I'm not sure whether I'm that young, but those are the things that I practice. And then so far I can, I'm being disciplined with that, alhamdulillah. All right, thank you.
Okay, Pak Tri. Vitamin E, Pak Tri. And picnic too, maybe. We need a picnic too to less stress. Okay. Is there any question? No? That's all? Okay, so this is our last presentation for this session. So we can have di sini saja. So Bu, they can please for the souvenir.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have souvenir also from Tourism and Hospitality Faculty, Universitas Negeri Padang, to our young professor. Let's give big applause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, actually we have some announcement. After this, we will going to live streaming conference with Professor Dimitros Burhalis from Bornemat University. Permisi Bapak Ibu menginformasikan untuk telekonferensi kita ini akan dilakukan melalui Skype. Kami agak terbatas dalam perangkat hardware sehingga nanti beliau Prof. Burhalis akan memaparkan materi. He will give his presentation, but in order to do question and answers, the person that would like to ask the question must come forward to the laptop. That's very sorry for the limitation, but we are trying to do our best. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Good. Okay, can you hear me? Fantastic. Good morning. Let me see how I can share my screen so you can see at the same time. How about that? Can you see slides now? Okay, let's see what I can do. It goes from here. Can you see the slides now? Okay. And you can see me as well? In this corner. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's very early in the morning here. I just woke up, so I'm really sorry if I'm not 100% with this today. I'd like to talk to you about smart tourism and some of the latest developments we're doing on real-time marketing that is enabling us to create services for now, or something that we call nowness. Can you hear me? Just wave your hand if you can hear me. Let's see if you can hear me. That's fine. I can see them. So what's happening is that technology is changing dramatically everything that we do, both at the micro and the macro level. And that creates a whole range of disruptions that bring a new ecosystem to the tourism industry. And a lot of the things I'm going to say is based on publications I'm doing currently with my team and the research that we're doing currently. And I'll give you a reference here, so feel free to take a picture if you like to look at the reference later on. The reason why organizations they employ smartness is because increasingly their customers are asking for personalized and contextualized services in order to co-create experiences. So what customers say is that, okay, that's a generic product, but actually what can you do to satisfy my needs? And that creates a whole range of different requirements for instant gratification. People would like to satisfy their needs now, and they need to engage in before they travel, during they travel, and after they travel. And smartness is coming to take advantage of interconnectivity and interoperability of integrated technologies to engineer process and data in order to produce innovative services, products, and procedures towards maximizing value for all stakeholders. So quite often I'm talking about smartness, and people are thinking that I'm talking about technology. Smartness takes advantage of technology, but it's really about bringing networks together, interconnected and interoperable networks, to maximize the value for all the stakeholders. Smartness re-engineers and enables shaping of products, actions, processes, and services in real time, and engages different stakeholders simultaneously to optimize the collective performance and competitiveness and generate agile solutions. So smartness brings everything together. On this paper, we look into what are these enabling technologies are. So increasingly we see artificial intelligence coming into the game, RFID with sensors, 5G, mobiles and wearables, as well as applications, cryptos and blockchains. Those are bringing a whole range of new synthesizing innovations that include smart environments through the Internet of Things, data, big data and data protection, cybersecurity and gamification. And when they come in the marketplace, you've got on the one side, you've got the supply chain with all the tourism industry. On the other side, you've got the customer base. And in the middle, you've got the marketplace where people, firms and customers meet. And there you've got a range of different technologies such as virtual reality, augmented reality, location-based service, and autonomous vehicles. This will shape the future tourism, and this will shape how we are going to be able to produce tourism. And you can see the reference on the Journal of Service Management here. Now, smartness brings co-creation and competitiveness for the whole network. And in order to do that, we need to have a network that's interoperable and interconnected, that has got, takes advantage of the Internet of Things and the Internet of Everything. It uses sensors and beacons. It has got big data and data analytics. It's using social media, Web 2, and user-generated content. And it's technology enabled through a creation and co-opetition. So it brings together a service dominant logic in order to maximize the value created out of this experience. Now, my latest research is really about context-based nowness and real-time tourism. Because quite often tourism is designed at different kinds of times, but when it's delivered, the contextual conditions have actually changed. And that means we need to understand what is happening around us. So on the one side, you've got travelers, on the other side, you've got the tourism industry. And here in the middle, you've got SOCOMO, social media, context-based and mobile environments, where they come together, connected by mobile and wearables. Here you've got internal context, which includes what an individual would like to have. like who are you traveling with, why are you there, what kind of services you are. And here's the external context, where you've got location, weather, social environment, season, time, political situation, traffic, emergency delays, air pressure, light. All of those things determine how we're doing tourism and what tourists would like to do. To collect information, we've got sensors, and sensors are everywhere on everything we do. So mobile phones, cars, televisions, everything is sending a system, a signal that says what is happening currently in my area. For example, how fast your mobile phone is going between different antennas will determine the traffic and see how people can actually, how fast people can move. Increasingly, we've got wearables that are going to send us information for individuals. And we are monitoring social media. We understand what is happening on social media and how people engage in social media in discussions. And then we can see what's happening anywhere in the world right now. What's the conversation in Tokyo, Japan? What's the conversation in New York, United States? What's the conversation in Brazil? So we understand what is happening by looking into what people are talking about. Based on that, we examine and we look into what's happening, and we're sending a message back, a message of value. So here on the one side, you've got the tourism supply, that we understand what's happening. We contextualize and time it, so we know what time this is happening, what kind of context it's happening. We upload all that to the big data on the cloud. And we're looking how we're doing data mining. We analyze the big data here. And we work with value aggregators to create a storm of value that comes back to the consumers. So this is a complete loop that provides a smart tourism framework, where you've got technology that's coming out from big data, then you've got the big aggregators, then you've got the storm of value, and then you've got customers that are receiving this value. Now, this has always been happening in tourism, but what's happening now is that this can happen in about 2 minutes. By the time we provide an offer, to the time that offer arrives to the customer, and to see what is the reaction of the customer. Now, smart tourism is not really about only technology. It has got also people, and human resource and the human capital. It has got leadership in terms of who are leading those things. And there's got the technologies that we talked about, that they're creating solutions that they engage with social actors, economic actors, and technological actors to co-create value and within the ecosystem. So you've got technology, you've got people and leadership, that they collaborate within this value co-creation ecosystem with all the actors to develop smart innovations. Smart innovations bring us a whole range of different initiatives that will support the tourism destination to develop smartness to take advantage of those things. Now, when you look into real-time service, you look into nowness. And what's happening right now at your destination? So we're looking at location-based services and context-based services. We're looking at mentions, where mentions are happening across different channels. We're looking at hashtags. We're looking at sentiment analysis, because again, what people say on social media and different things and what people mean is two different things. We look into trends. We look into keywords, and we look at competitors and what's the conversation about competitors. This is really important to understand what is the conversation now and how can we engage with our environment now. So you must have seen what's happening in Bahamas and the different the weather conditions and all the disaster that has happened in the last few days. If you were to travel to Bahamas, you really want to know whether your destination is affected and whether your hotel is operational and if you can still enjoy Bahamas. And also, if you're on the affected areas, you really need the crisis management to come forward and develop those things. Actually, this is the paper that we've done with Yeyen Sinarta, who is from Indonesia, we looked about real-time co-creation and nowness, and you can find the paper on there. And this is what's happening. You have got all kind of real-time service competitive advantage coming together, and you've got nowness leading towards instant gratification. So in the past, we said that competitive advantage can come from price or differentiation. Now there's a third element of competitive advantage, which is real time. And that third element is actually going to bring us forward a range of different opportunities for organizations around the world. And my latest research is really about ambient intelligence and ambient intelligence tourism, where you have got a range of different technologies that they are driving networking and they are driving value creation. And this is the Internet of Things and Internet of Everything. Fifth generation mobiles, and that brings the ambience. RFID, mobile devices, applications, cryptocurrency and blockchains, sensors and beacons, pervasive computer, gamification where you can gamify everything, artificial intelligence and machine learning. And what's going to happen is that we're going to increasingly use all these technologies in here to maximize the value that's being co-created by tourists. You would appreciate that in 10 minutes and from a distance, it's quite difficult to actually cover a lot of those things. But this is a list of publications that you can find on buchalis.com stroke publications, where they explain those things and they develop the background and they explain the research that has taken place in order to create those. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. Hello. It'll be my pleasure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, maybe you can come to the laptop to asking directly to the professor.
Hello. So social media is about engaging with customers, and it's about supporting the interaction between the supplier and the destination and the customer. So in most of, let me try this. Can you see my face?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, perfect. So when we use social media to interact, to inform, and to engage customers. So in Jogja, you have got Borobudur and you have got several other major attractions nearby, and Marlborough Street and all these nice things, right? So the question is, when someone takes pictures of these things on the Borobudur or Marlborough Street and everything, and they interact with their Jogja, who is actually responding? And who is engaging in conversation? Is the tourist board engaging in this conversation? Is the museum and the attractions engaging in this conversation? So what you really need to think is, how can you engage in this conversation? Now, normally conversations are positive or negative. So if someone says something nice, are you able to acknowledge the compliment and return something back? So I really enjoy Borobudur. It was a fantastic kind of thing. Here is 6 pictures, user-generated content. Are you in a position to share these pictures, to show the world that someone who came to you from Australia, from England, from Germany, enjoyed the experience? So that's a nice thing. Now, the bad thing is when someone complains and say, oh, far too much traffic, or a taxi driver didn't behave in a proper way. What do you do next? And that really, really is very close to my heart, because we're dealing with nowness. So in this occasion, what you need to do is you need to be able to identify what's the complaint, what's the issue, what's the negative thing, and rectify on the short term and long term. Short term, it's really respond to the customer and say to those who have created the user-generated content, say, I'm really sorry you had a bad experience. This is what we're going to do to improve your experience. And this is what we're going to do in your particular situation. Longer term is you'll understand that if everybody's complaining about the opening hours of Borobudur, you may like to change the opening hours of Borobudur. So, social media is about engagement. When you're talking about social media, the next thing is engagement. And then the next question is, how can you add value through engagement?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Prof.
Hello, Prof. Rosales. How are you?
Very well,
Let me
thank you.
introduce myself. I'm Tri Kuntoro Priamboto. I'm associate professor in computing, so especially in tourism. So I'm following you since the book of e-tourism, and I used to teach also in my program. Thank you for your contribution, a lot of things. And now you introduce the new thing for me, smart tourism and also real-time tourism. Okay, my question is, the technology is too short, the life now, because the technology might be in 3 months and so on. And how about the smart tourism itself? Because before it is in the major situation, then it will be followed by another newer term or model idea. The second, using
Hold on, let's go one by one, because
okay.
I don't have my short-term memory is not very good. You're absolutely right, and I'm not a technology person. I'm a strategic management marketing person. So what's happening is that technology is moving, but actually the needs it's trying to resolve are the same. So if you look at your user requirements, the user requirements are the same. They need better value, they need better connectivity, they need better engagement. So although the technology is actually changing and how we are doing these things, we are adding or we are improving the same functionality. So in that sense, what we do, or what my research is doing, is following the needs of the stakeholders. So, and we know that what's the requirements for faster, better networking that will engage different consumers and different stakeholders on this transaction in the middle. Okay, so the same needs different technologies, and we need the technology colleagues, they need to update all the time to find the best solution in that particular engagement.
Okay, thank you. And the second, using a lot of information technology, there is a hoax that maybe must be fight. How to fight with hoax? I mean that to make sure that it is you, it is something that we must make sure. You introduced using the cybersecurity and so on, but how to fight the hoax?
You're talking about fake profiles and fake information,
yes.
Right? Yeah. This is something that we are suffering. Right now, I had 4 different people impersonating me on Facebook, and one that was impersonating me in Instagram. I think that's a major problem that we've got, and cybersecurity is going to be with us for a while. I think the more sophisticated those fraudsters become, the technology becomes more sophisticated. So now, so someone was using my pictures on Facebook and claiming that there was another person. But Facebook employs face recognition.
I see.
And they came back to me and said, "Is that you? Are you using two different names? Or is that someone else who's using your pictures?" And I don't have a solution for that. I've got a lot of colleagues in Bond University that are working this. But cybersecurity is going to be a big challenge.
Okay, thank you. No, I have one request and one proposal. My request is, can I have your slide and also the how to get
I'll
your
send
slide?
you a handout because this is really, really heavy material. But I'll send you the slides to the organizers. They sent me an email. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. The last is my proposal. Do you mind to do the research collaboration with me from Gajah Mada University in the area or issue of smart tourism and real-time tourism?
I'd love to collaborate with colleagues around the world. Send me an email and you tell me what you like and how you like to collaborate, and I'll be more than happy to engage.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Bye.
Okay, any others?
No?
No, it's finished.
Finish, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. I think there's all for question for today. I'm very sorry to bother you early in the morning.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Terima kasih.
Give applause for the last keynote speaker for the session. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first session for this conference is finished. So time for us to take some lunch. Actually, we have 50 minutes and we'll go back in second session at 1 p.m. See you for the second session. Baik Bapak Ibu para undangan yang saya hormati, berakhirlah sesi pertama dalam konferensi kita pada hari ini. Kita akan sambung konferensi sesi kedua, itu di pukul 1. It means kita punya 50 menit lebih kurang untuk lunch dan juga istirahat sholat. Jam 1 aja Pak. Jam 1 kan dalam rundown? Jam 1 ya. Jam 1 kita start. Ini dengan pemateri Ibu Sofia dan Ibu Rohana dan perlu kami informasikan, sesi kedua akan diisi oleh 3 pemateri. Pertama ada Dr. Satya Widya Yeni SP dari Andalas University. Kemudian juga ada Dr. Rohana binti Zur dari UiTM Malaysia, dan terakhir Dr. Anda Ernawati PhD, Dekan Fakultas Pariwisata dan Perhotelan Universitas Negeri Padang. Dan kita akan tampilkan secara panelis di sesi kedua. Ada pengumuman mana sih Ami tadi? Ada yang hilang handphone. Iya katanya. Bang bantu umumin, Bang hilangnya di sini soalnya kata. Bapak Ibu para undangan yang saya hormati, ada sedikit pengumuman bagi mungkin Bapak Ibu yang merasa menemukan satu unit mobile phone merek Nokia, mohon dapat menghubungi pusat suara. Terima kasih.